Hello, welcome back. I'm going to do a little session, leveled up a little more to show a couple more things in Battle Knight Cyberpunk, so hope you enjoy. I'm going to go ahead and go do a couple attacks in the story mode, and then I'll go ahead and show that hyperspace mode that they have. So as per normal, not going to talk a lot during combats, just going to let it play and kind of relax. And I did make some team changes from the last video. It doesn't take long to get to the higher level. I just went to bed, went to work, and waited to play again. But I was able to get the guy on the far left side furthest away, and that other guy that just shot there, and both of them are pretty good damage dealers, so it can help getting them early game for progression. I'll kind of show what their stats do. So these guys are new additions. This one here is Harp. It's essentially the go-to and guaranteed character, orange character that they give in the game right off the bat. So he's guaranteed because this artifact trial thing here, so right above the characters to the left, will be purple, and you do a couple basic early game things and it'll give you that character. And then once you do these things, loving your heroes, just basic progression, it'll guarantee his exclusive equipments, which are this one here is incredibly important. So it's whenever our units dies, cause burn damage, 50% indirect damage per round to all enemies for 3 rounds. So it'll essentially help you one-shot entire enemy teams that are way higher than you. There's a bunch of different little strategies to it, but I'm sure I'll be able to show that another time. And then this guy here is just a heavy-duty dealer. So whenever he gets attacked, he gets his damage increased by 6%, and he just hits really hard, 165% of his damage 4 times. So he's kind of a bruiser tank character, but yeah, that's what I have going. Oh, and I did make this change here. I added this guy. He's a decent side tank, just because he does counterattack damage, so 20% damage suffered is redirected. And then he also has self-healing and dot clear. At the end of each round, clear all dots and heal himself, recover HP. So, let's do one more. Now, normally this boss would be like one that people get stuck on for a really long time if you don't spend any amount of money at all. Reason being is his passive like does crazy damage, or not his passive, his activated ability does crazy damage, that one there. But because I have this god pull of the Raphael, he stops most of his damage, so which is still bonkers that I got that. Okay, so let me go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and level these guys. Oops, need a little more gold. So the bottom left here, where the little like suitcase thing is. You open that up, you'll have like item bags, you'll have gear bag, holoden bags, and fragments. You'll kind of get used to things as you click them. You'll know what they do. I'm just using something that gives me resources so I can level my guys. Generally, if you're playing seriously, you want to save up your resources as best as possible, so just like change it to 1, but this is a casual, so I don't really care. Claim your rewards. Top right there with the stars where you claim your rewards. Not too many things, pretty basic stuff. And then whenever you start a new game mode, or server, I mean, this rookie hire event will happen where you just do the basic senior hires, and it'll give you these resets for heroes. And that's important if you're trying to get into the game and you just want to test it out and stuff, because then you can reset your heroes that you invest in. So if you don't really like something, you can just use them, click on the hero, and it'll show what resources are returned back to you. So you can cycle through new heroes when you get them. Let's go here. I'm clicking the 24-hour fitness. This is the thing that'll give you resources. This one on the far right is for upgrading your gear. Middle one's gold. Left one's upgrading your heroes. Pretty simple. Alright, we do the quick attack, the little lightning there. And then here is hyperspace. So hyperspace opens at level 35. Essentially, what it is, you get a number of current dice actions, which is the top left. Every action takes dice. I personally just go for whatever gives you the like gems. So you have 20 gems there, so I'll select that one. Then you just put your team in how you want. Yep, that looks good. And on this one you can skip, so it does make it easy. So if you know you're going to win, you just skip it, move forward. There's a button on the bottom right again, that little double arrow pointing right. And then from there you just click the little ship on the top right. This mode is one of the other modes that gives you best bang for your buck resources. Early game, you want to save your gems for the store. I'll click back out of it. Oops, went too far. Back street, bottom right there to get back. In the store for these things here, that's like best bang for your buck. This is just a casual, so it's whatever, I don't really care. So I'll just get these trade caravan hires. And then it's always worth looking at it to see if there's like a gold value trade, because you should do that every time. And here's another combat. So this would be against a bot. So I believe the first hyperspace is always against bots, and it's pretty low level. And then it'll reflect, you'll be playing against players on the server on the next one. So it gives you a little bit of time to get used to the game mode. Next thing, early game, you get a ton of these. So this one here, you can kind of see it moving a little bit. The Puppet Army, Battle of Fort. Those blues you get all the time, so you don't ever really want to get it. The next thing I'd say focus on would be the gear upgrade. So on the Revolt of AI, the center Puppet Army one, just do that one. I'll just skip that because it's a lobby level thing. But if you have enough current dice, you get key rewards for doing it anyway, so you can always just do all of them if you're able to. So I'll go ahead and do that. Then they also have these gamble things. It doesn't really matter. Normally it's like +1 or -1. On this part here, you only want to do 1, so you're not wasting your dice for future resources. I personally like to always get this far left kind villager full supply kit, or the smaller version of it where it just gives you 1 resurrect and 3 bandages, and then you just keep moving forward. These early games, so this Clone War one, the reward it gives is important for leveling your hero's abilities. And again, prioritizing the gold, or the gems, I mean. This one here, Duel of the City. Oh, another one of those. I took the one far right real fast. This one here, its gear, or this reward is going to be for upgrading your holodams. So just another upgrade resource. And I'm pretty sure this is an actual player here, so... This team has a lot of stun on it. Oh, and so on this mode, if you are having to choose between things, Revolt of AI on this one, this little badge here is very important, because you'll use it in the BCP or whatever the hell it's called thing on the far left side that I can show. And if you save up for the events, you can use those to get exclusive equipments, which is very important. I'll just go ahead and skip that one because I know that's an easy one. Same thing. This one's a little higher level. Should be pretty easy to win. So this blue hero that's in the front on the enemy team, he has an ability that passively gives him damage immunity by 10% every time he's hit. And it's actually a super broken ability if you have some amount of healing or self-healing and whatnot. And you can get a holodam that gives that, or set of holodams that can give that ability. So there's a strategy I'm going to use myself on that on my main team, on my main account. Just hitting the skip button there, there's no reason not to. Okay. Going to the next one. I think I already got all the max rewards anyway, so I'll go ahead and just kind of plow through this. We'll do that. There we go. And then I believe, yep, this is the last round, so I normally do one attack. I'll just skip through it because it's low levels. And then for shits and giggles, if you're actually playing against characters, I would just, supply box bottom left there, you select it, click your hero icons, puts them all in, and gives them a buff. Got a cold going around everywhere where I live. It's most unfortunate. And so that little like exclamation arrow is actually a silence, so it prevents your team from doing stuff, or your characters from releasing their rage skills. Which rage skills are going to be that like yellow bar below the health bar. That'll show you when it's ready to activate. Alright. Then you hit end and you're all good to go. You select the chests on the bottom right there individually, give you little rewards. And then technically, so I'll show you, you get a free restart, so you always want to make sure to do that on the first one before you forget. And then, let's see here. Yeah, so this one here is going to be fighting actual players now instead of mostly AI, so I'll save that one for later. I always recommend doing the hyperspace until after you've been able to like fully max out as far as you can go in the base game, just because you'll have a better chance of progressing further and getting better rewards. Let's see here. And then as far as the little badges there, give you the ability to reset these to open them up, which I guess I'll go ahead and do since that. And then you can hit the refresh on the bottom right there. Early game, it's best to just not do this at all. You just want to take what you have by day. I'm just going to do this to show. It does also have, like, when you get further down the line, if you spam these refresh halls, it will prevent you from passing a high quality. So the epics, which is kind of nice. I don't have 2 epics. What's going on here? I gotta have 2 camp types. That's annoying. So annoying. Anyways. So yeah, just don't do that early game, because otherwise you'll run into that. You just don't have the heroes to get it. I'm gonna do our max level there. Alright. And then this here, this perfect tire where you can select your hero at the very top right there. It says lucky, like increased chance, but that's not really what it is. It's you got to get to like 19 to guarantee getting it, or to actually just get it in general. I don't think I've ever gotten the hero early unless it's just by luck. Sort of like how I pulled the Raphael character, that healer. But yeah, so that is the other game mode to show. I'll go ahead and do some more progression on my own time, and then if I run into something, make another video to kind of show what it does. So let me go ahead, I'll exit out of here and go show a little bit of the main account. Alright, so later down the line, the hyperspace is going to be more like this here. Oops, actually, which in the case, I'll go ahead and just make sure my heroes are for PvP setting. Yes, okay. So eventually the game mode changes to this here. So, for example, So actually, I'll go ahead and do a skip one, and I'll explain my team briefly first. So the abbreviated version, this character, main tank, provides shields, gives debuffs, or not debuffs, buffs, I guess, yeah, and debuffs potentially, keeps the rest of my team alive in the center area. This guy here is a burn hero, that harp hero that you can get. This hero, kind of the same thing. It's a rage regenerator, so it gives the ability for my heroes to get their stuff faster. Also does debuff removal, and then also does damage reduction. This hero puts shields on your team, so if your enemies attack you, they get burned. Pretty simple. This one is just a base damage outputter, so she does like an AoE attack that hits everyone multiple times. This one does a team debuff or buff that makes it so you take less damage every so often, and then also does damage based on the number of times your heroes attack. It's way more complex than that as far as like how they interact with each other, but I'll keep it simple as far as their basic purpose for now. Okay, in this mode, when you hit the next, it lets you select from 3. If you defeat a level 2, it only lets you select from 2, and if you defeat a 1, it only lets you select from 1. Skill damage, increase machine. So I'm just going to increase the skill damage here. And then... Oops. Alright. And same thing, if you go to stats, you can see, a breakdown of what your heroes are actually doing. So on the bottom left of them, it'll show like all their passes or debuffs or activateds that go through. And if you need to, like, you can read everything and kind of figure out what everything does. But if you need to, you hit that question mark button and you can find the icon, or just Google it real fast and see what things do. It's Google AI is fairly accurate with describing things, but sometimes when you type in Battle Knight, it doesn't actually know what the game is. So, so I'm going to, before doing the next one, I'll show, I just had an upgrade today on my hero. So this ability here on Sarah, so that's that chick in the middle. Oops, not that one, this one. So her second ability says, when awakened, at the beginning of the round, when applying a tier 1 Guardian Shield Plus, it removes control effects from the target. This also applies to effects that cannot be removed, and then the upgraded version makes them completely immune. So why should that super good is that this hero's passive activates every turn guaranteed, and for every amount of rage, so 50, 100, and 150 sets, she adds damage immunity by 30%, dot immunity by 30%, and unique damage immunity by 30%. So she's providing like a super shield, and now my team can't be stunned at all. So a good example of this, it's actually kind of bonkers if I try this, but I'll go ahead and see how it goes. Right, skill damage. Sure, we'll do that again. So on this game mode, as an example, also, it's recommended power 18 million, so like we're getting into the territory where the mobs are just strictly designed stronger than they're supposed to be, or what you'd normally be facing. But my team on the left there, while Sarah gives the shields, these like yellow ones, the guy in the middle is giving damage reduction and also giving rage output, so that allows this Arachne character to use her ability every single turn, which is just like super freaking powerful. And the team that you face in this mode, they're kind of like preset teams. They're by in no way the strongest PvP teams at all, but it is a good gauge to see, because like that Phoebe character, which is one I recommend for combat, that chick with the big hammer, her biggest thing is she stuns for 2 turns, and now that my team is just immune to stuns, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't prevent my combo from going off, or the, as I call it, the engine from running. Only negative is I might not have enough damage to kill this hero, so I'll just skip ahead. Thankfully I do. So for the next one, I'll put my whole team in just to be safe. Skill damage. Cool. Okay. 4 million. That's pretty high. I will, because I'm getting higher level. Yeah, I'll still try to deal with the burn. I'll go like this. I will speed it up a little bit. So the one negative, so funnily enough, I guess I'll slow it down. The one negative is that that team there, the Harp, when their heroes die, my heroes all get, like, burn damage, which doesn't normally matter, but because this game mode, you are essentially pre-playing against characters that had arbitrary stats increased. It makes a huge difference as far as being able to survive against it, and because my team constantly stuns their team, they can't attack me in order to let my Sarah use her ability that removes dots. So, kind of funny how it counteracts me. So I might not actually be able to beat this. Oops. Okay, I'll speed it up a little bit. Ooh, no way. Oh, bursted through. Oh, darn. I can't believe it. Okay. That's funny. So one of the other negative strategies, you ran into it there, is that new hero. I actually have it here. So essentially, the short idea, every time this hero attacks, adds a debuff on the enemy that once she does her ability, that you can select when she does it. So you can do it every 2 turns, every 3 turns, every 4 turns. She'll essentially do, like, you can consider it a percentile damage. And so if your team stuns her perfectly, where she skips her big DPS output turn, she'll just keep stacking that DPS over and over and over and over and over, to the point where, like, she might only be hitting you for 5,000, but that doesn't matter if she has 100 stacks on you, because she'll one-shot you. So, funnily enough, that's actually my end goal. Oh. Yay. No worries. Alright. But anyways, yeah, so that is the hyperspace mode. I'll go ahead and consider that the basic tutorial for this game here. Once I get to infinite forward operating base level 120, I'll go ahead and start making a series of the game itself, just kind of showing gameplay. That way everything's kind of released. But otherwise, until then, I'll probably at some point do like a basic setting, or a basic run through with a couple of new team strats, but I'll break those down. And until then, I hope you have a good day. Bye.